Alright, so here we are. We're out here in Roggen, Colorado. The Survey 319 is just over the hill. Alright, so we are headed out today. We are heading up to the Watts family home. We just learned that the foreclosure sale that was supposed to take place at the Weld County Public Trustee's office Friday has been postponed yet again. And only reason I can think that it's being delayed is that there's still the pending civil suit against Christopher Watts by Shanann's family. The North Carolina attorneys have withdrawn from that particular case, and now the local attorneys have taken over, but there's not much going on since they have to serve Chris Watts the amended complaint requesting exemplary, or basically treble damages when it comes to this case. So anyway, we've got the address plugged in here into the GPS, and we're going to go up there and take a look. And then the plan is that we're going to head out to the well site where the bodies were buried and see if we can see anything. So we'll give that a shot. All right, so we just got off of I-25 heading north, and now we are on Highway 52 headed to Frederick. As you can see on the drive up, there's a lot of open field space because now we're in Weld County, which is a growing population, and Denver is expanding farther and farther out. But you can a lot of people are buying homes up here because you can get a lot more house than you can in Denver these days. So a house similar to this,
prepare to turn right,
that the Watts lived in, I think they're valued at about $450,000. If that was in the city and county of Denver, it would probably be close to $1 million. But you're not in the city, as you can see. There's farmland.
In 1/4 of a mile, turn right.
Alright, we're coming into the neighborhood.
Turn left onto Steeple Rock Drive. In 600 feet, turn left. Turn left. You have reached your destination. Your destination is on the right.
Just a note from the mortgage servicer, but there's So we just left the Watts house here in Frederick, Colorado, and as you can see from the video, there were notices stating that the property had been abandoned and that it is in possession of the bank and the mortgage property company. There were other items out there at the house that were left, probably for a memorial when the children had been discovered deceased. But not a whole lot's changed. It looks like the bank is taking care of the property as well as they should, and it also we'll be curious to see if anyone purchases the home at auction. Most people probably wouldn't care, if they bought a house where something had taken place. All right, so we've been driving now for about 20 minutes due east from Frederick, Colorado, at the Watts house, and we've driven past an emergency room, hospital. We've driven by, I don't know how many numerous developments, stores, anything along those lines, where if Chris Watts had those girls and they were alive, he could have stopped and literally pulled over, called the police and said, "Hey, I've killed my wife, don't let me harm these children." But he didn't. He kept driving. So like I said, 20 minutes now we're heading basically northeast in Colorado here. We've got about another 40 minutes to go. So now we're getting off on Roggen, the exit for Roggen, Colorado, which is on the way to the Survey Wells, where Chris Watts buried his wife and pushed his two daughters into the oil tank batteries. So the road that we're heading on now is a frontage road, but it's a dead end. I wonder if Chris Watts was thinking that it was a dead end for his children, assuming you believe his statement that he killed the children out here at the well site. We just turned off the county road. We can't get to the well site directly from the Survey Ranch. The cattle company has gates up, so we're out here on the public roads looking for the back way around to get to the Survey 319 well site. It's been a little over an hour since we left Frederick, coming out here, and as you can see, it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere with the occasional fences, cattle ranch, and here's a typical tank battery where it looks like they've been doing some work. Let's see, this is the... Alright, so here we are. We're out here in Roggen, Colorado. The Survey 319 is just over the hill. Unfortunately, before we got there, we were stopped by some neighborly individuals who asked us to politely leave. They knew exactly why we were there, and they said it wasn't going to happen. Let's just say we respected their decision to leave. As you can see from the area behind me, how desolate it is out here. But what's noticeable is from the time that we left the Watts house in Frederick, Colorado, until the time we arrived here, it was little over an hour. So whether you believe Chris Watts killed his children out here or back at the house, the amount of time is significant. If those children were alive when they arrived out here, he had a dead body, his wife, the mother of his children in that truck, and two children, and he could have stopped at any point, any time, turned around, taken them to a house, a restaurant, a hospital that you drive by just by his house. But he didn't. And if he did kill the children out here, what that means is that he had all that time to sit and think about it, and he did it anyway. You all decide.